Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Lock Horizon Season 2, Episode 3, The Abyssal Shaft. And last episode, Shiroi went to, what's the city again? Well, what Demikas was, and he enlisted the help of William, Massachusetts. And Demikas and all that, because he wanted to do a raid on the place where, the money was. And yeah, they started the raid, but then Demikas was like he was going to do everything that he can to make Shiro's plans go astray. So yeah, that's what happened. And before we get into this episode, if you guys are my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/feeling. And now let's start this episode, and here we go.
Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comment in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review.
Something tells me they're all gonna die. Well, maybe not all, but it's not gonna work out. Counteraction rising. Here we are ready for the punch on. There's no use with all your gimmicks, so check this out. For as many times as I've heard the song before, I still don't know the full lyrics. At least the English part, I still don't know the full lyrics. Abyssal Shaft. Dragón Santo. We talked about this last time. Okay. So you have to have healers or whatever, right? To heal them back up. Repito, Shoto. What about healers and stuff? I haven't heard anything about. Oh. Okay. Oh, so she's a healer? Of course they do. Yep, they have to. I was about to say, does he work on it? Those things that kills the party. Okay. This reminds me so much of Final Fantasy bosses. Yep. They did. Retreat. But there's like 9 raid bosses, right? If I remember correctly. Oh, by the eyes. But then Demikas, what you see there? Ah, money. Uh-huh. Eloreda. So the first boss seems to be stronger than the second one. Tetra. So that's to be mentally draining too. Sailor Moon. Well, wait, is he part of the Nyantas guild or whatever? Cat guild. Was he? I was about to say, like, 20 days is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Suzuki no. Ah, get over yourself. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. My girl. A Shiroe decoration. She upside down. Yeah, that's what I thought. Mr. Smith. Oh, Nagaski has never participated in a raid. Can she participate in a raid? The freak are you? Okay, so I guess he's not an adventurer. Or what would he be calling them? Lowly adventurers. Is he people of the line? This episode reminded me so much of Final Fantasy games. Like I said, I'm not that much of a gamer, but I love Final Fantasy games. So each new one that comes out, I always want to play it. So the latest one that I played was the Final Fantasy 7, like the remake one that came out. That's the latest one that I played. So it's like you have all those bosses. There were so many similarities. Like when Shiroi was talking about these bosses that they had to face, how you know you have your in this case they had many people, 24 people, riot parties. You have the what's it called, what now it's the guardians, you're trying to attract its attention, and then you will have someone at least be trying to heal, and then you will be attacking this boss, hoping you're making some kind of dent. But then when it comes up with this amazing attack that basically like wipes you out, or you just left with like 1 HP. So it's like you have to find some kind of way to counteract those things. And I love how it was basically this what was happening in this episode, especially with the big bird monster. They were kind of going in, and they like the thing was petrifying. Some of them killed one. At least when they were reviving, they were reviving like outside of the shaft, so that's good. So because they were running into all these problems, they had to like retreat and try to come up with another strategy to attack the bird monster. And then Shiroi came up with this, like, before he does like the biggest move that he does, it takes 60 seconds for that to happen. So during those 60, they came up with a plan to basically stop that. And that's, since the thing comes with the up from the eyes, William was the one that shot at the eyes, basically blinding the bird, and they were able to kill the monster. But then there was another one. That one was, since it didn't take them that long to fight that monster, I'm guessing it was weaker than the first one. But the thing is, even the raid zone, they don't know how far the zone is. They don't know how long they're gonna have to be in there. Ever since they killed the second boss, they haven't met another boss. So it's like, I feel like, well, they mentioned that they were running out of supplies, but I feel like even if with them having supplies, it will like train them like mentally to not know exactly when this thing is gonna end. You keep traveling and traveling throughout the zones, but you're not really getting anywhere. Basically, I feel like, excuse me, so I feel like that would affect you mentally. And then they showed a little bit about what William went through after he rejected becoming part of the round table. He went to Sukino, right? He went to Sukino, but then some of his members decided to leave, but others stayed with him like throughout. They have this faith in him, and he's wondering why they have that kind of faith in him. But then when they were talking about the supplies thing, and Shiroi said that he made some supplies and that he was gonna last him 20 days. And in Shiroi's case, it's like, that's not enough, right? And I'm like, the way William reacted, yeah. I knew that's not. He agreed with him, but in his mind, he's like 20 days. You make supply for 20 days, like that's a big deal. But in Shiro's case, it's like that's not really much. So it's like it gave him another insight into Shiro, I guess, and how even though Log Horizon is only composed of, did he say 9 members? I didn't really count them. Like there's not a lot of people in Log Horizon, but then he is at this level, so it's like amazing. And then you have Demicus over there. At the end of that episode, he's like he's gonna do everything that he can to foil Shiro's plans. So while they're battling, he keeps running off, keeps doing things on his own. And I'm like, is that part of him trying to ruin stuff? Or is he just being overeager? And running there trying to kill monsters. I'm not really sure about that. But then he got angry because Shiroi really is not like active when it comes to fighting the monsters. It's like they're directing stuff and coming up with plans. He used something to help save Demicas, which got on his nerves because it's like he feels like he can fight now. Sugo, he can fight Nyanta, but when it comes to Shiroi, he has this complex about him that I'm like, boy, get over it, okay? Shiro is on another level. You are here. Shiro is like here. So forget about trying to, get him because you're not going to. And then back in Akiba, before that, Naotoku was talking about how Shiro was suffering because he has this thing about protecting his home, being Akiba, and he's in this mode where he's always working, trying to do everything that he can to make Akiba better, to make the people in Akiba happy. And if he's not able to do that, it hurts him, I guess. So that's why Naosuke was saying that. And then they went to he was like, it's almost time to call Marie. And then in Akiba, there's Christmas that's coming, so they're having the town decorated and all that, and they're just talking about these special skills that anyone can obtain. But then there's like a level, different levels when it comes to the skills, and that if you want like the highest level is called the teachings, and is I'm assuming it's something that came with the expansion of the game, and that no one has actually been able to get it yet. And I think the secret level 1 is one that you have to get through a raid. And then I'm like, Akatsuki wants to participate in the raid, but she hasn't. So when they mentioned the raid, I'm like, oh, poor Akatsuki. I don't think I quite remember exactly what you need to do to get the teachings. So yeah, and then by the end there was this dude that's like lowly adventurers. I'm like, who the heck are you? So I'm guessing we're gonna learn more about this person next episode. So yeah, that's what happened in this episode. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want to see the next episode right now, you can just over check it on my Patreon. Patreon.com/Mini, and you can also see the full length of this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.